Absolute! No way! Absolute! Absolute! Kill them all! Slay them! Shut your mouth! You pathetic piece of trash! Thanks! Absolute! Of course! Your skull is even softer than your belly!
Come hither!
Thank you! Attack!
Such gallantry!
Impossible! No way! Charge! Charge! Attack!
Your efforts are as feeble as my manhood.
Weakling! Impossible! Shut your mouth! No! 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 No!
Be done.
Shut your mouth! Of course! Weakling! Your skull is even softer than your belly! Yeah!
You cannot match my superior training. A fine threat. It is an honor to meet such a fine combatant. Impossible. Silence, you headstrong vagabond. cannot match my superior training. Your wife provided a fitter challenge. Me, you idiot! Salutations, good sir. Well met. It is an honor to meet such a fine combatant. Your wife provided a fitter challenge. I am on your side. You cannot match my superior training. Thank you, squad. A little help here. A fine jest. Your form is impeccable. Superior training. How's about you?
Great job! No way! Great job! Thank you! Impossible! Charge! Thanks!
You were in the way, so you were.
Charge!
How you doing? Got some orange here.
Hail!
Hello there.
Thanks.
Sorry.
Charge!
I'm sorry, all right? Delighted to meet you.
Thank you.
After me, sir.
Thanks.
Yeah, back off!
Attack!
For glory!
Attack!
Sorry, okay? You're not exactly dead on yourself.
Yeah! Absolute! Attack! Great job!
Fair play, I'm sorry, but you were in the way, so you were.
Shut your mouth! You scum-sucking dog!
Grab hold of yourself, just a
You pathetic piece of trash!
No way!
No! No!
How you doing? Oh!
Yes!
Sorry, what? I won't say sorry. You need to get yourself out the back of the way. Get him! Come on!
Yeah!
Sorry, what? I won't say sorry. You need to get yourself out the back of the way. Yeah! Fair play, I'm sorry, but you were in the way, so you were. Oh, baby Jesus, I'm sorry. I don't know what's got into me today. name of Jesus are you?
Yeah! Of course! Of course! Shut your mouth!
Oh, baby Jesus, I'm sorry. I don't know what's got into me today. Oh, hello there. What's the turn? Got some orange. How's about you? Oh, baby Jesus, I'm sorry. I don't know what's got into me today. Got some orange here. Kill that bastard! No, it was accident. Don't eat the head of it. How's about you? Oh, in the name of Jesus. Shoot! Got some orange here. Well, hello there. What's the turn? What's the crap? Got him! Baby Jesus, I'm sorry. I don't know what's got into me today.
All right! No way! No! No!
good cookies, I'm gonna pay extra. That's my favorite type of man. Yes. If you want to hear someone appealing to the male, if you want to hear someone appealing to the male ear.
The fuck? Time to die! It's time to die! It's time to die! There's only two ways this will end. And in both of them, you die!
I need help! Help
Time to die! It's time to die!
Oh, we meet at last! I can't believe my own eyes! You have my utmost respect. On! Agree! On! Agree! Yeah! Where you going? Don't hiding inside you! Run! Go! We can't hold them! Stand back! On! Help! Yeah! Agree! Help me! I beg of you! Not a chance in hell! We can't hold them!
Let us get a camera angle.
No!
What the fuck?
I can see you.
I'm just pouring a drink, boys. It's Friday night. I'm not fucking the bitches, so I'm playing Mordhau. Look at them! Look! Look at this shit! Look! 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 Don't believe believe your lying eyes.
Absolutely not.
Don't believe your own lying two fucking eyes. Listen to Mega's propaganda. Look.
Yes.
Listen to Mega's propaganda. Look at this. Look at it.
I understand.
Look. What the fuck? What the fuck are we watching? Look.
My own eyes. Believe my own
Of
eyes.
course. Never.
It's time to say.
Yeah.
Yes, of course.
All right.
Good day for you.
Yes.
Well, hello. Not us.
Of course. Pathetic filth. You make me sick.
You haven't got all day. Look, take your practice swing.
No.
We're ready to fight.
Can you?
Yeah. Thank you, my friend. Yeah. Yes, of course. Agree. Okay.
I can't die yet.
Nope, I've changed my mind. Help!
Help me. I didn't even feel that.
Nope, I've changed my mind. Help! No, it looks like I need help! Okay, I've been knocked more than
Impossible.
looks like I need
Your
help!
skull is even softer than your belly. Shut your mouth.
Okay, I've been knocked more than I can
Weakling. Impossible. Shut your mouth.
Agree. Like
No.
I need help!
Let none of them alive. Shut your mouth. No way.
I don't think so.
Decent.
Pull back! Let's live to fight another day! Retreat!
You scum-sucking dog.
Live to fight another day!
Oh, he just found me YouTube, look. He just found me YouTube. Oh, wow. Respect. Now I'm gonna have 7 subscribers instead of 6.
No, I've changed my
Subscribe, like, and fucking enjoy, boys. Subscribe, like, and subscribe. Yeah, that's it. What is it that the really popular ones say, like Asmund Gold? Asmund Gold and Hassan. That's me. It's like subscribe, and fucking watch more. Or something like that.
Of course.
He found it. Hopefully he's gonna link everyone else. He's gonna link them. Link them all to make us fucking embarrassing channel. That's good for me. It's good enough for me. This. I'm not trying to be famous. I'm not trying to be clever. It's like I don't give a fuck. Come on here. Everyone knows what I'm about by now. Everyone knows. That's Mega. He does his... That's Mega. He does his own fucking thing. Nobody understands what he's doing, but he does it, you know? There we go. That's it.
Absolutely.
That's it.
Okay! Whoa, hello!
Of course.
tell me if you don't just wet yourself.
Not me!
All right! Hell!
No chance!
I've just realised I haven't even eaten today. I haven't even eaten any food. What should I eat? Right! Time for Maker to be more aggressive. More aggressive. That's what this calls for.
Make me sick!
Oh, you did a great job!
Can't die yet!
Nope, I've changed my mind. Ah, you did
You scum!
Sorry.
Yes!
Helping me!
Charge!
Bastard!
You scum-sucking dog!
I'm on your side! I don't think so. No, I've changed.
Pathetic!
I fucked around too much. I love fucking around. I wouldn't give it up for anything. Die! Ah, you bitch!
Nay, my lord!
Oh, I need to hunt down why. That's what I need to do. I need to hunt down why.
To death and glory!
You pathetic piece of trash! Your skull!
I need to hunt down why. It's become clear.
Thank you. I will not forget this.
No!
Fall back!
Yes.
They're here! Run!
Cut more holes than my mother's teeth! You scum!
Yeah. Agree. On.
You scum-sucking dog! Weakling! Pathetic! skull is even softer than your belly.
Yes.
You scum! Yes! You pathetic piece of trash! Weakling! You make me sick! You scum! Your skull is even softer than your belly! Attack! You scum!
Thank you.
Attack! Absolute!
Follow me.
Never! Your skull is even softer than your belly. Attack! Weakling! Charge! Your skull is even softer than your belly. No way! Never!
Ah, Edelweiss, fuck yeah, kid, fuck yeah, fuck yeah, fuck yeah. Mika says this to you, kid, fuck yeah, fuck yeah.
Well, hello!
That's impossible.
Never!
I don't think so.
No way! Impossible! You pathetic piece of trash! Impossible! Charge! Wrong!
talking about my dinosaur. I was not.
What were you talking about?
Pink pony.
I'm so hungry, man. I need to go and eat. I really do need to go and eat some food.
Many thanks.
You!
What a bitch, right?
That's a friend. I think he likes you. Yeah, that's how boys show attention, you know?
No, yucky boys.
Oh, no. You hear her giggling in the background. I love it.
Dark. More gummies. I'll be back.
86%. You thought I was talking about my dinosaur. I was not.
What were you talking about?
Pink pony. Back up.
Have you killed Kenzie yet?
Have I? No. We've only seen Blake so far.
He's killed me like 8 times today.
That's a friend. I think he likes you. Yeah, that's how boys show attention, you know?
No, yucky boys.
Oh, no. You hear her giggling in the background. I love it.
You pathetic piece of trash! Your skull is even softer than your belly!
Yes.
You scum! Yes! You pathetic piece of trash! Weakling! You make me sick! You scum! Your skull is even softer than your belly! Attack! You scum!
Thank you.
Attack! Absolute!
Follow me.
Never! Your skull is even softer than your belly! Attack! Weakling! Charge! Your skull is even softer than your belly! No way! Never!
Ah, Edelweiss, fuck yeah, kid, fuck yeah, fuck yeah, fuck yeah. Mika says this to you, kid, fuck yeah, fuck yeah.
Well, hello!
That's impossible!
Never!
I don't think so.
No way! Impossible! You pathetic piece of trash! Impossible! Charge! Wrong!
The moment you say, I believe in Jesus Christ and I follow him with the heart, not with the lips, the world will hate you. Why? Because the world is placed in the bosom of Satan, and Satan hates Jesus. Because he knows the only one who crushed his head, Jesus Christ of Nazareth, no other human, has, never will. The only human being that overcame Satan and crushed his head on Calvary and put him to shame forever, Jesus, the crown of glory. So the moment you follow Christ, Satan will make sure the world will hate you and go against you and persecute you. You get hated even with your own family members. Within the church, they go against you and they kick you out, brother. If you are seeking the Lord, you will be tempted. You will be trialed by Satan, and the Lord will allow it to a certain degree. But don't think by coming to the Lord Jesus, everything is going to be smooth. All problems are going to be solved. No, if you're thinking this way, you're mistaken. See, if the Lord changed every situation that you went through, he has done you no favor. Why? Because you never grew. You never grew in your spirituality. You never grew in wisdom. You never grew in strength. He just fixed the situation, and you didn't go through the hard labor in order to become a man. You remained the
We've only seen blood so far.
He's killed me like 8 times today.
That's a friend. I think he likes you. Yeah, that's how boys show attention, you know?
No yucky, boys.
Oh, no. You hear her giggling in the background. I love it. Wow.
I need some more gummies. I'll be back.
86%. You thought I was talking about my dinosaur. I was not.
What were you talking about?
Pink pony. Back up.
Have you killed Pansy yet?
Have I? No. We've only seen blood so far.
He's killed me like 8 times today.
That's a friend. I think he likes you. Yeah, that's how boys show attention, you know?
No yucky, boys.
Oh, no. You hear her giggling in the background. I love it.
I need some more gummies. I'll be back.
86%. You thought I was talking about my dinosaur. I was not.
What were you talking about?
Pink pony.
No.
Back up.
Have you killed Pansy yet?
Have I? No. We've only seen blood so far.
He's killed me like 8 times today.
That's a friend. I think he likes you. Yeah, that's how boys show attention, you know?
No yucky, boys.
Oh, no.
I need some more gummies. I'll be back.
86%. You thought I was talking about my dinosaur. I was not.
What were you talking about?
Pink pony.
No.
Back up.
Have you killed Pansy yet?
Have I? No. We've only seen Blake so far.
He's killed me like 8 times today.
That's a friend. I think he likes you. Yeah, that's how boys show attention, you know? Mm-hmm.
No, yucky boys.
Oh, no. You hear her giggling in the background. I love it.
One, two, she's coming for you.
Wow.
It's dark. 3, 4, shut your I need some more gummies. I'll be back.
86%. You thought I was talking about my dinosaur. I was not.
What were you talking about?
Pink pony.
No.
A Christian that has the fear of the Lord seeks forgiveness. You will never ask the Lord to forgive you until you have the fear of the Lord in your heart. Because if you do not love Him, you will never ask Him to forgive you. And you wouldn't even care about asking Him to forgive you. It is that love, that fear of the Lord. What is fear of the Lord? It's not afraid of the Lord. I'm not afraid of Him. I fear Him. You see, afraid is, if I do something wrong, I'm afraid because He will chop my head and He'll throw me in hell. But fear of the Lord, I do not want to do anything wrong. I am afraid of breaking His heart. I don't want to make Him sad. I don't want to upset Him. I don't want to make Him cry. I don't want to break His heart because He is love. And I love Him because He loved me from the very beginning. I will try to do everything possible through His grace not to break Him or hurt Him in any way. This is the fear of the Lord, i.e., I love the Lord Jesus. A Christian that has the fear of the Lord seeks forgiveness. You will never ask the Lord to forgive you until you have the fear of the Lord in your heart. Because if you do not love Him, you will never ask Him to forgive you. And you wouldn't even care about asking Him to forgive you. It is that love, that fear of the Lord. What is fear of the Lord? It's not afraid of the Lord. I'm not afraid of Him. I fear Him. You see, afraid is, if I do something wrong, I'm afraid because He will chop my head and He'll throw me in hell. But fear of the Lord, I do not want to do anything wrong. I am afraid of breaking His heart. I don't want to make Him sad. I don't want to upset Him. I don't want to make Him cry. I don't want to break His heart because He is love. And I love Him because He loved me from the very beginning. I will try to do everything possible through His grace not to break Him or hurt Him in any way. This is the fear of the Lord, i.e., I love the Lord Jesus. A Christian that has the fear of the Lord seeks.
Oh, no. You hear her giggling in the background. I love it.
She's coming for you.
Wow.
It's dark. 3, 4, shut your I need some more gummies. I'll be back.
86%. You thought I was talking about my dinosaur. I was not.
What were you talking about?
Pink pony.
No.
that's how boys show attention, you know?
No, yucky boys.
Oh, no. You hear her giggling in the background. I love it.
She's coming for you.
Wow.
Outside it's dark. 3, 4, I need some more gummies. I'll be back.
86%. You thought I was talking about my dinosaur. I was not.
What were you talking about?
Pink pony. Back up.
Have you killed Pansy yet?
Have I? No. We've only seen legs so far.
He's killed me like 8 times today.
That's a friend. I think he likes you. Yeah, that's how boys show attention, you know?
No, yucky boys.
Oh, no. You hear her giggling in the background. I love it.
She's coming for you.
The church has walked away from Christ. They made money, power, prestige, luxury their own God. They forgot that Jesus Christ on earth, he was a beggar for love. He walked the streets of Jerusalem, Bethlehem, Galilee with only one shirt and a sandal on his feet. He had not even $1 in his pocket, because when they asked the Lord Jesus in the temple, shall we give tax to Caesar or not? Jesus asked to give him a denarii. He did not even have $1 in his pocket. He was the poorest of all poor. He didn't have a throne. He had nothing. In fact, he had so much nothing that he even compared himself to the bird of the sky and the fox of the earth. He said, the birds of the sky have a nest to nestle in, and the foxes have a place to go and dwell in, but the Son of Man has nowhere to rest his head on. The church has walked away from Christ. They made money, power, prestige, luxury their own God. They forgot that Jesus Christ on earth, he was a beggar for love. He walked the streets of Jerusalem, Bethlehem, Galilee with only one shirt and a sandal on his feet. He had not even $1 in his pocket, because when they asked the Lord Jesus in the temple, shall we give tax to Caesar or not? Jesus asked to give him a denarii. He did not even have $1 in his pocket. He was the poorest of all poor. He didn't have a throne. He had nothing. In fact, he had so much nothing that he even compared himself to the bird of the sky and the fox of the earth. He said, the birds of the sky have a nest to nestle in, and the foxes have a place to go and dwell in, but the Son of Man has nowhere to rest his head on. The church has walked away from Christ. They made money, power.
In 1991, Technos Japan released what is arguably the best wrestling arcade game of all time. WWF WrestleFest completely set the gold standard for the wrestling video game genre. With a large roster and improved grapple mechanics, it inspired wrestling games for years to come, standing virtually unchallenged for the better part of a decade.
1, 2, 3.
Welcome, gamers and wrestling fans, to another episode of Arcade Economy, the series where we take a look at old arcade classics to determine just how much they cost to beat, and how fair they were to our wallets. Last time on Arcade Economy, we cleaned up the streets of Virtua City in Virtua Cop. Today, we are stepping foot in the ring to take on WrestleFest. Did WrestleFest give us a fair fight, or was it just a heel turn waiting to happen? As always, let's find out. By the late 80s, wrestling was gaining more and more popularity, and some of the most popular wrestlers had already become household names. So naturally, the video game industry was ready to cash in on the trend. Wrestling video games had been around for quite some time, but hadn't really found their footing just yet. Many of the big video game developers threw their hat in the ring, giving us fan favorites like 1983's Tag Team Wrestling, 1985's Mat Mania, 1988's The Main Event, and 1989's Wrestle War. But despite nearly 15 wrestling arcade game releases, they all seem to be missing one thing: big name wrestlers. Coming off of Tag Team Wrestling and Mat Mania a few years earlier, Technos Japan sought out the WWF license and tapped Double Dragon creator Yoshihisa Kishimoto to direct the game. And in May of 1989, Technos released WWF Superstars, featuring 6 playable WWF characters: Hulk Hogan, Macho Man Randy Savage, The Ultimate Warrior, Hacksaw Jim Duggan, The Big Boss Man, and The Honky Tonk Man. It also featured a tag team of unplayable characters Andre the Giant and Ted DiBiase as boss characters. Superstars was a smash hit, and it expanded the wrestling game mechanics to be more in line with what one would expect from a WWF broadcast. But its sequel would be the masterpiece that finally captured the sheer scale and spectacle of the sport, delivering a technical and visual upgrade that, in this YouTuber's opinion, wouldn't be matched for almost a decade. With Kishimoto back in the driver's seat for the follow-up, Technos released WWF WrestleFest in June of 1991. WrestleFest went on to be a huge hit, receiving tons of positive reception. Now, unfortunately, it was the last wrestling game that Technos ever released, and despite its success, no ports or sequels ever made its way to consoles. And when I say that no other wrestling game would come close to touching this for the better part of a decade, what I mean is this. Sure, wrestling games would continue to sell pretty well on consoles throughout the 90s. However, most of them were LJN slogs that were extremely hard and not very fun to play. They basically sold on the WWF brand name alone. We did have WWF WrestleMania, the arcade game, hit arcades in '95, but let's be real here. As much as I do enjoy this game, it was more in line with Mortal Kombat than it was a traditional wrestling game. Visuals in wrestling games would start to improve in the late 90s with games like Warzone and Attitude, but the gameplay mechanics remained sluggish and clunky, and it wouldn't be until 1999 and 2000 when WWF dropped a claim for publisher THQ. This is when WWF games really started to level up. You had the releases of WrestleMania 2000 and No Mercy on the N64, and SmackDown on the PS1. In 2012, THQ released a remake of WrestleFest for iOS devices, and it featured a mix of modern and legendary wrestlers. Although a release was planned for current-gen systems at the time, it never came into fruition. In 2021, a spiritual successor, Retromania Wrestling, was released in homage to WrestleFest with more modern game modes and controls. But while all these titles are a great nod to the past, they can never quite replicate the magic of the original. So let's step through the ropes to break down the gameplay mechanics and figure out exactly how much it costs to survive both game modes. After entering your quarters into the machine, you'll get to choose between 2 different match options: Royal Rumble and Saturday Night's Main Event, where you'll enter a tag team tournament. The game supports up to 4 players at the same time, with up to 6 players in the ring for the Royal Rumble, and players get to choose between a roster of 10 selectable wrestlers, including Hulk Hogan, the Ultimate Warrior, Sergeant Slaughter, Mr. Perfect, Jake the Snake Roberts, the Big Boss Man, Earthquake, Ted DiBiase, and Smash and Crush from the tag team Demolition. The Legion of Doom, Hawk and Animal also appear in the game, but are unplayable bosses. Now you may notice a glaring omission here, and that is Macho Man Randy Savage, and that's because when this game was in development, Savage was in temporary retirement following his WrestleMania 7 match against the Ultimate Warrior. The game uses an 8-way joystick with 2 buttons, punch and kick. But to become a pro at this, you won't use these much on their own. Instead, they come in most handy when you're in a grapple. Getting close to your opponent will initiate a grapple, and the first to land 2 hits within the grapple will win the grapple. I'm pretty sure I just said grapple way too many times there. After winning, you can do one of 3 things. Move the opponent around the ring in a headlock for better positioning, perform a special move by pressing punch, or whip the opponent into the ropes by pressing kick. Each wrestler has an extensive list of their own unique attacks. Grapple attacks will alternate, and when your enemies are on low health, will change to a different attack. Players can also initiate a run by pressing punch and kick together. Attacks can be performed from grapples, while running, while standing and waiting from an Irish whipped opponent, on downed opponents, and from the top rope. When opponents are downed, you can also pin your opponent by pressing kick. All wrestlers have submission holds as well. Each character also has their own unique finishing move, which will be performed when your opponent's health is dangerously low. Finishers include Hulk Hogan's leg drop, the Ultimate Warrior's Gorilla Press Slam and Big Splash, Sergeant Slaughter's Cobra Clutch, Mr. Perfect's Perfect Plex, Jake Roberts' DDT, the Big Boss Man's Boss Man Slam, Earthquake's Big Splash, and Ted DiBiase's $1 Million Dream. Smash and Crush also have finishers, but they are kind of underwhelming. Smash's finisher is a simple suplex, and Crush's is just a backbreaker. Now, in my experience, some finishers work better than others. For example, I played as Mr. Perfect when I played through the tag team mode, and I must have landed like 10 perfect plexes on my opponents, and I only got a 3 count from those maybe once or twice. It did become pretty frustrating. Weakest finisher in the game, in my opinion. Players can also increase their health bar by inserting another coin, making this a game that you can certainly quarter feed your way through. Both game modes offer different parameters for victory. In the Royal Rumble mode, players can eliminate opponents by pinning them, forcing them to submit, or by throwing them out of the ring. Arcade players who got eliminated can simply insert a coin to come back in.
So I guess you just keep buying in until
you can just keep buying until you don't want to anymore.
Also, when playing in the Royal Rumble mode, try to stay away from the ropes, because if you do get into a grapple with an opponent and lose it, there is a chance that you will get tossed out. And if you are playing Royal Rumble in single player mode, then it is game over. You cannot continue the way you would with multiple players. As we all know, the last man standing in the Royal Rumble wins and is crowned the King of Royal Rumble. I don't know if it's just me, but this feels like a translation issue. The easiest way to get eliminations, in my opinion, is to select a character with a back body drop against a running opponent, which I think is most characters in this game. Irish whip your opponent into the ropes, and then wait to land a back body drop near the opposite end of the ring, successfully throwing them out of the ring and eliminating them.
There you go.
If this didn't work, then I would just wear them down until I performed my finisher, successfully eliminating them via pinfall or submission. When playing Saturday night's main event tag mode, I played this game with Scott, the other half of Mass Replay, and we chose Mr. Perfect and Jake Roberts. Tag team modes play a little differently than Royal Rumbles. You can still win via pinfall or submission, but in this game mode you can also fight outside of the ring. And be careful that you're not outside of the ring for more than 20 seconds, because your match will end in a countout. When going outside of the ring, you can also pick up foreign objects like the stairs or the monitor from the announcer's table to hit your opponent with for extra damage. When a pinfall or submission happens, the untagged partner will rush into the ring to either break it up or to defend. Untagged wrestlers can also become powered up, and when tagged in, they will win every grapple during this phase and have stronger attacks. When playing the tag mode, you'll have to beat 4 or 5 other tag teams before getting your title shot against the Legion of Doom, and in the third match, you'll fight in a steel cage match where Irish whips will toss your opponent into the cage rather than bouncing them off the ropes. Now I say that it's 4 or 5 matches because it really depends on the arcade machine that you're playing and what setting the dip switches were set to. After defeating the Legion of Doom, you'll win the tag team title, becoming tag team champions. In order to officially beat the game though and roll credits, you'll have to defend your title 4 more times before beating the Legion of Doom again in a rematch. And now it's time to uncover how much we spent to beat both modes of WWF WrestleFest. Now for these games, I play them on emulator with an arcade stick, and I set up a counter to increase every time I hit the insert coin button. Let's start off with the Royal Rumble mode first, and then we'll go into the tag mode, and I found this mode to be much easier and much quicker than the tag team mode. It only took me 50 cents, or 2 credits, to beat the Royal Rumble mode, and honestly, it doesn't really get much better than that. That's almost a 1cc. Now 50 cents in 1991 would feel like spending $1.20 today, and like I said, this game mode is really fast. It only took me 5 minutes and 30 seconds to beat, which factors out to just over 9 cents per minute. Now let's take a look at tag mode, and I do have to note that when I did play with Scott, the other half of Master Replay, we didn't realize that you had to defend your titles after we won them. We just thought it kind of looped. So we won the titles from LOD, and then played one more match, and then we just decided to restart and play a Royal Rumble. So I did go back to get the correct data, and I did play tag team mode solo, so that is the data that we're going to be using there. I also want to note that when I did play with Scott, I spent $2.50 or 10 credits to beat those 6 matches that I mentioned, and Scott spent $2 even, or 8 credits. When playing solo until I beat the game, I spent a total of $4.25 or 17 credits. Back in 1991, $4.25 would feel like spending $10.21 today. It took me 35 minutes to beat WrestleFest Tag Team mode in full, which factors out to about 12 cents per minute, which is a number that we see quite frequently on this series. And when it comes to the bosses, really just the 2 matches against the Legion of Doom, I spent 75 cents or 3 credits the first time that I fought them to win the titles, and then 50 cents or 2 credits to defend the titles against them, bringing my boss total to $1.25. And now it's time to bust out the Predatory Games scale to determine just how predatory WrestleFest was when it came to stealing your money. When it comes to overall cost, this is actually one of the lowest games that we've seen so far, especially when we're talking about the Royal Rumble mode. I mean, I almost 1cc'd it. I do think this is something that could be pretty easy to 1cc and to just maybe go in and play a quick 5 minutes to get the most mileage out of your coin. That being said, I do think this mode was probably made as more of a 4-player feature. Tag team mode is also much longer and a little bit more difficult, but when you compare it to other beat-em-ups that came out around this time, you're still spending 12 cents per minute just like you would on those games, so I would say it is still pretty fair. There is a small learning curve here. The grappling system is not inherently apparent from the beginning. You do kind of have to get a feel for it, but once you do, then you kind of understand the game a little bit more and you get much better at it. I'm also not sure if they explained how to do things on the cabinet or anything like that, but things like how to perform finishers, you don't really know how to do this, and I did figure it out that they do just happen when your health bar decreases or when your opponent's health bar decreases. That being said, once you kind of figure out the mechanics of WrestleFest, it's a lot easier to play. There are some things that I'm still confused about though, like for example, you can reverse moves and do reversals. I said before, Mr. Perfect, his finisher is terrible, and when people weren't kicking out of his finisher after I performed it on them, then they were reversing it before I even got a chance to perform it. And I'm still completely unclear at how to perform a reversal or how to prevent one. I really just button mashed the entire time, and it really just kind of decided when it wanted to reverse things and not. I don't know. It just feels like some grapples are completely unwinnable. And it was determined that before you even locked up with your opponent, because I would be pushing the hell out of my button. There is no way that they would be able to get a grapple off or win that grapple. And they still won, or they still reversed things on me, and it just seems like it was completely unavoidable. I don't have any proof to back up that claim, but that is how it felt to me when playing this game. I actually really enjoy the continue method in this game. Sure, you can continue after you've lost the match, but you can avoid the continue screen altogether just by entering a coin to refill your health meter, and then that way you don't have to wear your opponent down from scratch as you would entering a match from the very beginning. Now, like I said before, once you get the gameplay mechanics down, this game is a ton of fun to play. It did make me want to keep coming back. The Royal Rumble mode for me, even though it is short, is just a load of fun, and it's even more fun if you're playing with friends. Highly recommend WWF WrestleFest. So with all of that factored together, there's definitely some unfairness, what I believe to be unavoidable grapple losses and reversals, and a little bit of a learning curve, which is going to bump up the score. But my score is going to be a 3 out of 10 on the Predatory Game Scale.
The King of Royal Rumble!
Slight unfairnesses aside, I actually find WrestleFest to be very fair. If you're just looking at the Royal Rumble mode, I think this game easily gets a 1 on the scale. And if you're looking at the tag team mode, then I think this game gets somewhere around like a 4, maybe a 5. So I do think rating it a 3 out of 10 is pretty fair. The game also really captures the essence and the presentation of WWF for WWE as it is now known today. And I think some mechanics like the grappling system, being able to lift opponents from the ground, character entrance attires, are things that really evolved into what we would see in wrestling entries years later. Do you agree or disagree with my rating? Please sound off in the comments below, and I will do my best to reply. Now, can you play WrestleFest today? Unfortunately, it has never been released for home consoles, but as of this video, you can buy the arcade 1-up of WWF WrestleFest, although I think it's now called WWE WrestleFest, which also comes with Superstars, as well as Super Dodgeball, the Big Pro Wrestling, and Acrobatic Dogfight. If you would like to support Mass Replay and Arcade Economy, you can do so by becoming a YouTube member or a patron on Patreon. For just $1, you'll get access to our Arcade Economy live streams, and at the $5 level, you'll get extra videos every month, plus all of the videos early and ad-free. You can also support me at the producer level and get your name shouted out in my videos. And with that, a big shout out to our producers, Jake Weed, Tanner Trezza, Pezmage, and John Forehand. Thank you guys for supporting the show. Next time on Arcade Economy, we're playing through Michael Jackson Moonwalker, so be sure to check back for that video. Hey, if you liked this video, it would mean a great deal to me if you could give it a big thumbs up. Please subscribe if you haven't, and hopefully you'll see me on my next video. Thanks for watching.
Surely he can't kick out
How do you-
5
how do you
perfect
do-
plexes.
Oh,
Oh, he reversed it. Mother.
In the mid-90s, the entire arcade industry went through a massive evolution. Sega dropped their revolutionary Model 2 arcade board, and 3D graphics completely changed the visual landscape forever. Sega's legendary AM2 studio unleashed a title that completely rewrote the rules for the light gun genre. What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Arcade Economy, the series where we take a look at old arcade classics to determine just how much they cost to beat during the year of their release. Last time on the show, we took a look at the classic Williams run-and-gun Narc. Today, we're putting on our badges as we take on Evil Inc. in Sega's Virtua Cop. Did Virtua Cop serve arcade justice, or just demand more of your change? As always, we're gonna find out.
Help me! Don't shoot me!
To understand why Virtua Cop was such a game changer, you have to take a look at what it was competing against. Before 1994, light gun games were completely flat. You were either shooting at hand-drawn sprites or digitized photos pasted onto static backgrounds. Sure, they were fun, but they definitely weren't the future. Then, Sega's legendary AM2 studio, led by Yu Suzuki, completely knocked down the door. They dropped the world's very first light gun shooter built entirely in real-time 3D. To pull this off, they needed serious hardware. Enter the Sega Model.
Understand the rules you find there. Listen to me, keep yourself protected. When I tell you to stop, you stop. If you want to touch, do it now. God bless.
Adesanya couldn't back away fast enough. No glove touch between these two middleweight contemporaries. Israel Adesanya, the minus 675 betting favorite at close. As you see one rather large wager highlighted there on DraftKings Sportsbook. He's got that DC bankroll or something, I don't know.
Adesanya barking at him.
All right, here we go with our middleweight championship fight. Strickland is in the white. Israel Adesanya wearing the red for the first time in his UFC career.
Is he changing it up? Red shorts. We saw him in the blue last time, I believe.
Yep. Strickland repeatedly acknowledged to us how difficult he thought the first 10 minutes of this fight could be.
And this is where Sean's going to try to be all fight, all night long. Try to be right in the grill of Adesanya. He does reach with his hands to try to find his distance. And then he tries to go. The one thing Strickland will not do is tire. But Adesanya will constantly give him this. Feints and fakes to try to back him up.
Inside leg kick for Strickland, not much on it.
Sometimes the heavy feint game of Izzy isn't always entirely appreciated when he does it for long stanzas, but facing a guy like that can be exhausting because you're just